Yes. How many people have joined? 131.
131, sir.
Dr. Prasad, could you listen to us?
Meenakshi, you are live.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. We welcome you all to the webinar today on the theme How to Rectify CIBIL Scores, organized by the Banking, Financial Services and Insurance Board of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. And we have with us as our eminent speaker today, CMA Dr. P. Sivarama Prasad, sir. He is a former Assistant General Manager, State Bank of India. We also have with us our Chairman, sir, CMA Chittaranjan Chattopadhyay, sir. CMA Dibyendu Roy, sir, is the Additional Director, HOD and Secretary of the BFSI Board of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, and also CMA Dr. Aditi Dasgupta, madam. She is the Joint Director of the BFSI Board of the Institute. So we welcome all of you. So just before we start, we are playing the Institute anthem and then we will continue with the program.
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं गमय मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं गमय असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति.
So now I would request CMA Chittaranjan Chattopadhyay, sir, Chairman of the BFSI Board of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, for his welcome address. So please.
Thank you, Indakshi ma'am. Very respected today's speaker, who happens to be always our inspirations for this BFSI board, Dr. P. Sivarama Prasad, who has always been kind enough to give many sort of advice to us. And today we'll be enthralled by his speech on this particular session, which is very important. So I welcome you, sir. And I also convey my heartfelt thanks to my whole team, CMA Dibyendu Roy, the Additional Director, and who is the head of BFSI Board of this Institute of Cost Accountants of India, ICMAI, and also one of the very prolific, the Joint Director of the Institute, who is always contributing with his best of our capabilities and giving so many intellectual inputs for this BFSI board, Dr. CMA Aditi Dasgupta, and definitely I must say Santuru, who is working behind the curtain, and all my participants, esteemed participants who are eager to listen from Dr. P. Sivarama Prasad about a very interesting topic today. Perhaps we are the first institute. Before I start my address, I just request all our participants to put their questions in the chat box, and it should be construed as a very, Dr. Sivarama Prasad will be delving on in his personal capacity. He will be delving on that because this is a very important session. how to rectify CIBIL scores. Many issues are there, and definitely today's session will give an insight to you, because the fundamental objective of the CIBIL is to see whether the incumbent can be provided credit and the risk it entails for the score it depicts. It is observed that many individuals have their loans rejected due to their CIBIL report. The objective of today's webinar is to apprise them the checklist to follow so that their credit score is of a higher number and steps to be undertaken to mitigate the factors by which their score is decreased. In fact, the credit worthiness is an individual can be enhanced through timely payment and also having high credit utilization ratio. The score also reduces if the quality of credit mix is not diversified. It is all, these are all known to you perhaps, but today we'll be definitely we'll be having some other views from Dr. P.C. Varma Prasad. We expect it. We will have a definitely thought-provoking session to divulge more case studies by which our CIBIL score can be enhanced. And definitely this should not be construed as an, the exclusive, comments, because there are many other issues that may be left, which can be undertaken by the individual itself. And another point I just want to mention here, there are corporate CIBIL score and there's individual CIBIL score. So in that case, there are two facets of these scores are dealt in a different way. And I just want to mention you another thing. Rather, I'm delighted to inform you. Tomorrow, that is on 22nd December 2023, we are having a physical or hybrid event at our headquarter office from 3 p.m. onwards, where Sri Subroto Mukherjee, former additional CBO, State Bank of India, will grace the occasion. We will have two technical sessions for the blended seminar, which will be encompassing the areas like practical aspects of surveillance, management control, and audit expectations of early detections and prevention of all size fraud in banks. And the second session will be a way forward for CMS to become insolvency professional, because this is a very niche area where CMS have definitely to play a very big role during the years to come. We request all the participants to either join physically or in an online forum for your knowledge enhancement. And I am sure, but from today's program and tomorrow's program, you will be having a huge area of knowledge. You will be learning many things. Again, you will be unlearning many things, and of course there will be a relearning scope and relearning opportunity there. So with this, I am really grateful to you that you are all helping us. You are encouraging us to hold these sort of webinars, and your large participation will help us to continue our activities in a big way. And with this, I wish you all a very happy and very festive season, as also a happy new year 2024. I am really grateful to you all again, and I convey my best wishes for your very happy and very prosperous professional life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So I have the privilege of introducing our speaker today, CMA Dr. P.C. Varma Prasad, sir. Sir is a qualified professional in cost accountancy, company secretary, finance, commerce, insurance, and banking, with experience of 36 years in banking and financial services, with cross-cultural experience and good knowledge of insurance sector. He is a fellow member of ICSI, the Indian Institute of Banking and Finance, Insurance Institute of India, and the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. He is the former AGM of SBI, and he is also faculty of our BFSI courses and also speaker of many programs of our BFSI board. So we welcome you, sir. So now handing over the session to CMA Dr. P.C. Varma Prasad, sir. Sir, please.
So, good evening to all. I am Dr. P. Sivarama Prasad. I am former Assistant General Manager from State Bank of India. I need not introduce myself also. First of all, thanks to BFSI board and the chairman Chitranjan sir and the BFSI board officials. Thanks for giving me this opportunity to discuss about the great information CIBIL reports how to rectify. Why? Because today the first and foremost important to get a loan from any commercial bank is none other than CIBIL. Once your CIBIL score is good, then you will get a loan. Otherwise, no. So the first step, the bankers will verify the CIBIL report. I need not ask application. I need not ask the balance sheet. I need not ask any income proofs or others. The first one is whenever you are entering into a bank, the first I will ask, can I have your PAN number? Can I have your Aadhaar number? Then immediately I will enter. Then if the score is good, then the next process or next step, the bankers will move. Otherwise, whatever the process are there, that is sheer waste. Once the score is not good, that's why the bank is also given clear-cut directions to the staff members. First verify, then only the next process. Otherwise, I asked application, I asked the income proof, I asked so many things and pre-sanction also completed. After that, if the bank verifies the CIBIL and the CIBIL is not up to the mark, all these the process are sheer waste. Even as an individual, whenever you are interacting with the bank to get a loan or to approach the bank to get a loan, first you please verify your CIBIL report, then only approach. Otherwise, it is a time waste or money waste for your conveyance and all these things. To determine the credit worthiness of the individuals or corporate, the CIBIL report is must. So the credit information redressal mechanism is also recently defined or designed, and the Reserve Bank of India issued guidelines in this regard on CIBIL. So that's why this is an important, not for learning purpose, not for your individual CIBIL purpose. Being a professional, if at all your clients are interested to rectify that particular mistakes, you can provide the service, and the reasonable professional amount will also be paid. Some other people known to me, they are completely busy with the only this activity and they are earning 3 to 4 lakhs per month. Today, from auto driver or car driver of Uber or Ola to the corporate, the CIBIL is important document. So now I will discuss all these things in a simple and a lucid language. Definitely at the end, you will get a fair idea how to resolve or how to redress the errors in the CIBIL reports. Now coming to, I think my voice is audible and the PPT is visible. Correct, sir? Madam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the credit rating gives an idea to the bank about the creditworthiness of the applicant. Whether you are able to pay or not, the first document to be verified by the bankers is none other than credit information report of you. Whether it is a CIBIL or other companies, that is immaterial. First, they will verify. If the score is good, you are having some creditworthiness. Second one, credit rating report reveals the information to the bank about the credit discipline. Today, most of the people, they are not having the credit discipline. They are taking the loan. They are not paying the loan amount. Thereby, all these things, particularly whether that particular prospective applicant is having the credit discipline or not. Third one, the credit rating is controlling NPS today, particularly in the banks or financial institutions. Earlier, the credit information reports importance not that much. They are verifying the collateral security. That's why while giving the loans by the bank, the character or the conduct or the capital or capacity to repay the loan or not. The character or conduct of the borrower reveals through the CIBIL report. Today, controlling of NPS not through surface, controlling of NPS not through DRT, controlling of NPS not through NCLT. It is great information reports. Across the world, lot of importance is there. If errors are not rectified for the genuine loan applicants, they are unable to get, because once the number of people are approaching the bank to get or to avail the loan, the volume of transactions, the borrowers are also increased, and thereby some mistakes are happening. Error is human. That's why in CIBIL report also some mistakes are there. Even though you have taken a loan and repaid, still it is reflecting. There is on account of technology or some mistake is there. Some gap is there. That's why that is not, that still it is reflecting. Thereby your rating is decreasing. If errors are not rectified, genuine loan applicants are unable to avail the loan facility from the banks or financial institutions. Even today, whenever any employee is going to join in any organization, particularly through lateral recruitment, they will verify the CIBIL. I myself suggested to SBI General Laws, to the HR department, some of the people they are coming from other companies, and why can't you verify the CIBIL? If at all they are defaulted with the banks, and definitely they are not eligible to work in our organization. The credit discipline, that is important. Some of the people 10 to 20 credit cards they availed and they defaulted. That type of people we should not take. So they accepted, and in the recruitment process also, CIBIL verification is also one of the important areas. The credit information companies, CISs, collect financial information about all individuals and forms a credit report based on the financial history. Every month, all servers, in all bank servers, whatever the credit information is there, that is to be passed on via through Reserve Bank of India through the credit information companies every month. That's why your reports are updated on monthly basis. This report plays a very important role as it helps banks or financial institutions to determine the creditworthiness of individuals, commercial organizations, applying loan or credit card, etc. with them. CIBIL is not only for individuals. Commercial CIBIL is there. What is a commercial CIBIL? Commercial CIBIL is nothing but a company's report. We are verifying the ROC and whether any charges are there. All before that, how many loans are availed by a particular company, that is revealed in the credit information report of the company. If you give the PAN number of the company or the address of the company, all particulars, the company history, how many loans available by the company from various banks or various financial institutions, that is called commercial CIBIL. CIBIL is two types. One is individual CIBIL, second one is commercial CIBIL. In India, the credit information companies are four are there. The four are recognized and they are regulating under NBFCs by the Reserve Bank of India. In India, three are there, four are there. One is CIBIL, Credit Information Bureau of India Limited. Second one is Equifax. Third one is Experian. Fourth one is CRIF Highmark Information Service. All four are identified by the Reserve Bank of India. Banks are also accepting the four CIBILs, not CIBIL, the CICs, Credit Information Companies. One is CIBIL, Credit Information Bureau of India. Second one is Equifax. Third one is Experian. And the fourth one is the Highmark Credit Information Service. All four, if you see the Reserve Bank of India circular, all four are recognized and the banks are also accepting the scores of these four. Now coming to, first we will discover Credit Information Bureau of India Limited. That is a CIBIL. CIBIL full form is a Credit Information Bureau Limited. In CIBIL is particularly the Credit Information Bureau Limited or CIBIL was founded in 2000. At that time I am in Bombay. The first chairman of the CIBIL is State Bank of India Deputy Managing Director. It is also first credit information company in India. CIBIL boasts the 900 strong member base. All banks are the members, all financial institutions are the members of the CIBIL, including public and private sector banks, non-banking financial companies, housing finance companies, all are the members of the Credit Information Bureau Limited. CIBIL collects commercial and consumer finance. Commercial means companies. Consumer finance means individuals. Related data and forms trade report and CIBIL commercial report, etc. The company also issues a score derived from this data known as CIBIL score. Whatever the data provided by the bank on monthly basis, based on that data, they will give the score to them. Any individual can purchase copy of the CIBIL report. You can purchase. You can they get the report from the banks also. Banks are more authenticated. Second company is Equifax. The credit information company, second one other than CIBIL. CIBIL is only one CIC, credit information. It doesn't mean all reports are not CIBIL. Banks are accepting Credit Information Bureau Limited, that is CIBIL, Equifax or four are there. Now coming to Equifax. This is also credit information. This is also they identified by the Reserve Bank of India and communicate to all the banks. Even Equifax also banks will accept. What is that Equifax? Equifax is a CIS, Credit Information Company, that was founded in 1899 in Atlanta. It is the oldest CIC as of now in the world. Equifax got the certificate of registration in India in the year 2000 after CIBIL only, because they are also entered into the Indian market. And by the 2010 Reserve Bank of India, they have given the license under NBFC, non-banking financial companies. The company has separate bureau dedicated to address the growing lending and regulatory needs of micro institutions. They are also giving CICs, credit information, CIR, credit information reports of microfinancial institutions also. The company charges fees for basic credit report and fees for credit score. Every company, whenever you are asking the report, they will charge. The charges are different from different companies. Third one is Experian. This is the third credit information company that is operating in India. That too, this report is also accepted by the banks because the Reserve Bank of India, these companies are formed under NBFCs and the Reserve Bank of India given suitable guidance in this regard to all the banks. The Experian Credit Information Company was established a joint venture with several banks and financial institutions in India, that is way back in 2006. It was named as the world's most innovative companies by Forbes magazine in 2014. So Experian is also accepted. And CIBIL is also expected. So the third one is Experian, named the world most innovative and companies Forbes magazine. Experian prepares credit reports of individuals based on the information provided by the bank and other financial issues about the financial history of individuals. If you want, you can take Experian or CIBIL or Equifax or the Highmark, whatever the report, but the report should be a good one, not a low scores. Almost all companies they are following the same guidelines. The company charges credit report and a credit score, while a credit report will charge extra. They are also sending the reports to the individuals or to the companies also. Next one is a CRIF high mark. Together to the next level. This is also authenticated information and widely accepted, particularly in the corporates. If you require a corporate, the CRIF high mark credit information, that is fine. That company, how many directors are there, what, how much loans they have taken, and whether the directors are given guarantee for the company or not, all are reflected in the CRIF high mark. This is a fourth non-banking financial company, that is a credit information company registered with the Reserve Bank of India, and RBI has given guidelines to the bank in this regard also. CRIF high mark not only provide credit reports to customers, but also caters to the borrower segment, SME, commercial borrowers and retail borrowers. The three segments they are providing. They are also providing SME, they are also providing commercial, corporates, and they are also providing retailers. It was established in 2005 in Mumbai. The company charges nominal fees for a credit report. Every company is charging some amount. Now coming to the important four, the importance of credit information report CAR. Now ratings of them. What type of ratings they will give? Once you know all these things, then only what are the errors and all these things. If at all you don't know the total structure, how you will provide the service to the your clients? The ultimate, once this is over, this is a valuable webinar. Thanks to the BFSI board. Once this webinar, if you understand and implement as a value addition services to your clients, then it is a win-win situation to your client as well as to you also. That's why I wish to disseminate this information to all the professions. Credit ratings of CAS, CIBIL, Trans-Union Credit Information Bureau India Limited. A CIBIL score is considered good. It lies in the range of 700 to 900. The maximum is 900. 700 to 900 in between, that is also a good score. Experian, they are also giving different scores. It provides a score between 0 to 999 and consider good score between 881 to 960 with a fair or average and between 721 to 880, because every company is having its own formula, but finally they are providing the credit information reports of the individuals, commercial establishments. CRIF high mark. The range of scores provided by CRIF high mark is 300 to 850. With a score 720 or higher being the best, and the score 650, 640 or less is subpar. So CRIF high mark is also, they are having their own, even credit rating agencies. This is a credit information companies I am talking. Credit rating companies, the ICRA or CRISIL, they are also giving to the company. That rating company to company differ like that. Here also company to company they differ. But the main objective is to provide the credit information report of the individuals as well as the commercial organization. Equifax. Equifax score ranges from 0 to 700. 380 to 419 considered to be fair score. A score of 422, 465 considered good, and the score of 466 to 700 is an excellent one. Every company, they have formulated the benchmarks, and these benchmarks are also, that is nothing but scores. And these scores, the ranges are also defined in their particular report also. Now, you know how many CIBIL companies are there, how many credit information companies are there, and you know the what is the ratings, what is the best rating, what is the worst rating, and what are the ranges. Before that, what is the importance of the credit information report? Now, the components of a CIBIL report. Once you read the CIBIL report, how to read the CIBIL report? Rectification is lost. Once I acquainted with the knowledge of the total system, then only rectification is a cakewalk. Components of CIBIL report. A CIBIL report contains 6 main sections. If you see any report, it contains 6 main sections. Section 1, Section 2, Section 3, Section 4, like that. Now, CIBIL score. The CIBIL score is a 3-digit number that falls in the range of 300 to 900. It is calculated CIBIL score credit bureau after taking into consideration of factors such as credit history and repayment behavior. Credit history. The credit history of the borrower or credit history of the company and the repayment behavior, whether he is paying on dot time or not. If CIBIL score is ranging from 750 to 900 is considered a good score. High CIBIL score suggests a high credit worthiness. That's why bankers are preferring high CIBIL score. Collateral or all are less important than the character of the borrower. If the character of the borrower or the conduct of the borrower or the credit discipline of the borrower is good, I don't require any collateral loss. That is the banker's mindset. The mindset, if at all he is promptly paid, if at all he is a genuine borrower, whatever the funds I have given, the end use is there. Definitely, the collateral is a secondary issue, not the primary issue. Even earlier also, the banks are used it like that. The character of the borrower is very, very important. In the character, the credit discipline is very, very important. One is the personal information. The CIBIL scores section 1, section 2, one is a personal information. This section contains the personal information, the name, the date of birth, the unique identification of PAN or Aadhaar card is. Make sure that the personal details are accurate in the report. Being an individual, at any moment, at any time, you may require some funds from either banks or financial institutions or credit cards. Whatever the report is said, take one report. Verify whether your name, date of birth, the PAN number or Aadhaar card or address is correct or not. These are the details reported by the bureau by the bank. These information normally the provided by the bank. If at all in CIBIL wrong information is there, that is contributed by the banks only, not by the individuals. But rectification is also possible. You can directly interact with the CIBIL by way of the methodology, whatever the policy resolution process is. Contact information. This section is having the mobile number, telephone number, residential, and email address. The section 2 deals with the mobile number, the telephone number, residential, and address and email of the particular person or the company. Next one is employment information. This section of the CIBIL report contains employment information. If at all he is working in an organization, it will specify the type of occupation, such as a salaried or professional or business. In the employment information, whether he is joined an organization or a business, all particulars are available in third section of the CIBIL report. It will also mention monthly or annual income as reported by the banks. It also mentioned monthly or annually, because here whenever the monthly or annual, the approximate information provided by the applicant or prospective whatever, then the bankers will enter. That will be reflected in the CIBIL report also. Next section is account information. This is the most important section in the CIBIL, as it contains the records of the credit accounts. It will maintain loans and the credit cards taken. The report also mentions the lender's name, loan amount, etc. The report will record defaults, late payments, amount overdue, current balance, date of open, date of last payment. All particulars are mentioned in this section. This is a vital section. Bankers directly go to this section, and whether he is defaulted with any other bank or not, that is verified by them. It also contains a month-on-month record for payments toward loan EMIs as well as a credit card up to last 3 years. They will provide that information. What are the EMI? How many EMIs paid? All information is ensure that loan details reflected in the accounts are accurate. Because sometimes on account of volumes, sometimes on account of technology issues, wrong results may displayed by the CIBIL report. Discrepancies in the credit report can reduce the chances of getting loan approval. If at all any discrepancies are there, some of the loans you promptly paid, but it is still reflecting. Once it is reflecting in the CIBIL report, your score is ledgers. Inquiry information. The last section in the CIBIL is inquiry information. Who inquired about you? Suppose a credit card, if you ask a credit card, they will also enter into the CIBIL. If you are approaching the bank for housing loan, it is also reflected. If at all you are approached any for non-banking financial government, that is also. So this section, all inquiries made by the lenders in the past. How many lenders he approached, that is reflected in the CIBIL report. Any inquiry takes place when a lender pulls out a CIBIL report bureau to check the creditworthiness. An inquiry takes place when the lender pulls out the CIBIL report. If at all you want a loan, definitely the lender will verify. If at all you approach the bank for a car loan, immediately the first step is they will verify your CIBIL. Then only the next process will start. The date and purpose of the loan inquiry mentioned in the report. They will mention all these particulars. An inquiry amount is also recorded in the report. It is advised to avoid multiple credit inquiries in a short span of time, as it may trigger the hard inquiries from lender, and the person who is asking this, who is that number of inquiries are there, that person will be treated as a credit hungry. Once the credit hungry is there, definitely your score will reduce. So unnecessarily the CIBILs are not to be frequently, you should not verify, particularly by the lenders. If at all frequently you are asked what is my CIBIL score, please C star. C star means definitely your CIBIL score will, because you are inquiring so many people means you are asking loan, they are declined. That type of the message will go to in the minds of the CAC companies, credit information companies. Now, in the report, some key terms and keywords are using CIBIL report. Once you acquainted the knowledge of the total scenario, then only you are able to address the CIBIL and provide services to your clients. A CIBIL report is a summary of a detailed credit behavior of the borrower. Credit behavior, credit discipline is there or not, we can find out from the CIBIL report only. It consists of various sections that offer detailed information ranging from personal information, home or auto loan, availed overdraft facility, personal loan, and much more. All are reflected in that particular report. But here also some terminology they will use. What is that term? In addition to CIBIL report, CIBIL score and history is also there. There are several key terms and key words that are present in the CIBIL report that will help to understand the report better way. Better way. What is the report? Cash limit. What is the cash limit? Cash limit refers to the amount of cash on a credit card that are allowed to use. The cash limit is nothing but this one. Amount of overdue. What is the amount of overdue? It indicates the total amount has been paid to the lender in a specific, not been paid to the lender in a specific time. That's why it is called amount of overdue. And what are the other terminology that is used in the CIBIL report? NA or NH means no activity, or NH means no history. And this means no credit history or even a credit history get scored. Or NA and H terms also means no credit activity for a couple of years. Finally, it is also suggested that not have any add-on credit cards and have no credit exposure. So, whatever the terminology or abbreviations that are using in CIBIL also, you have to read. DPD, days past due, refers to the number of days that the past term due date of the payment. It must be noted anything over 0 or even standard is bad. Even though your account is standard, but on due date you have not paid 10 days completed, 11 days completed, 12 days completed, up to 90 days the bank will wait. After 90 days that account will be declared as a non-performing. That's why even though it is showing as a standard, still the DPD, that is a days past due, number of days is there. Definitely it is a bad account even though it is a standard. Written off account. Write off. When a loan is written off, there is an interest and principal component. The field reflects the total interest and principal amount written off by the bank. Some of the borrowers, they are unable to pay on account of various reasons. Bank will wait and they want to remove from the balance sheet. They will write off with the provisions. That written off amount is also disclosed in the CIBIL. Written off and settled status. Today, the banks are offering OTS, one-time settlement, or compromise, etc. Once the compromise or settled is there, then a written off and settled status is there. If the status of an account is written off, it implies the borrower is unable to pay the outstanding dues for more than 180 days. As a result, the lender has written off the unpaid dues. If the status of the account is mentioned settled, it implies the borrower is consent with the lender has paid dues against the total outstanding. So settled means he is not paid the total amount, and he made a compromise with the bank and a part amount, and the bank also accepted that part amount and closed that account. That is called settled. SMA. Today SMA 0, SMA 1, SMA 2 is there. Special mentioned account 0, special mentioned 1, special mentioned 2. If the loan is not paid on due date from that date to 30 days, it is shown as a special mention 0. And 30 to 60, less than 60, special mention 1. 60 to 90, less than 90, special mention 2. So special mention refers to the special account created and reporting standard account that is moving towards the substandard. After 90 days, the account will move to, if the due amount is not paid, standard account will become the substandard. In the meantime, SME 0 or SME 1 or SME 2, that also CIBIL scoring it is available. Control number. This is an important number. For redressal mechanism, for rectification of CIBIL, the CIBIL report, every CIBIL report, one controlling number is there. Controlling number acts as a reference number. In case there is incorrect information in the credit report, it is presented at the top of the document. If you see the control number. So whenever you are interacting with the CIBIL or CIC, instead of CIBIL means they covering only one company. No, all companies, 4 companies means CICs, credit information companies. All credit information companies, the control number is there. That is called a reference number. Repayment tenure. It refers the term loan. In order to understand it accurately, repayment tenure should be read as a payment frequency. Whether it is a monthly or quarterly or half yearly or yearly, the installment. That terminology is also there in the CIBIL. SUB, that is substandard. If they mentioned SUB means a substandard, means it is a non-performing asset. The borrower not paid even after 90 days from the date of due of the loan. Substandard refers the account, loan or credit card payment that are made after 90 days. That's why it is classified as a substandard. SUB means substandard. It is a non-performing asset. LSS, that abbreviation is there. It is called as loss assets. It refers the account where a loss has been identified and remains are uncollectible. Suppose you are the amount is 100 rupees you have to pay, but you have to compromise for 80 rupees. Remaining 20 they will mention as a loss. So this terminology they will mention in the CIBIL report. DBT. It means that account continue to remain a substandard for a doubtful asset. Doubtful asset means if the account is not paid for a period of 12 months from the due date, the account will move to doubtful asset category 1. That is called DBT. That is doubtful assets. Actual payment amount. It is the amount paid by the lender they paid the lender. If it is a difference between an EMI amount, the actual amount can be higher or lower than the EMI amount. That is the actual amount how much that is paid. Current balance. It refers the amount still owe and certain credit fees. Whatever the balance to be paid by you, that is also reflected in the CIBIL in current balance. These are the various abbreviations that are used in the CIBIL report. STD, it means a standard and it is found against the loan or credit account if the credit amount is a timely manner or within 90 days from the due date, then the account is showing as a standard asset. Every account should be maintained as a standard because the 90 days question is also there. Now, I have covered the importance of CIBIL. After that, how many companies are there? What type of ratings they are giving? And what are the sections that are there in the CIBIL? Next, what type of abbreviations that are used in the CIBIL report? Now, how your score, why it is increasing, why it is decreasing, and what factors are contributing to your score. That is factors considered for a credit for a factors considered for a credit score by the CACs. A CIBIL score is made of 4 main factors. Each factor has a different weightage. The factors how they can affect the CIBIL score. First, payment history. If your loan payment history is good, 30 marks weightage, and accordingly your score will be defined. Credit exposure. How much loan, whether you are credit hungry or not. If at all you are credit hungry, then the exposure levels are more. For that, 25 marks, 25%. And the credit type and the duration, particularly working capital or term loan or long-term loan or various types of credit. For that type of loan, 25%. And other factors, they have given 20%. So the 100 marks or whatever the 90 or whatever the 999, whatever the marks are there, the marks are split into 4 factors. That first factor is the payment history. Second factor is credit exposure. Third factor is credit type and duration. And fourth is other factors. That is 30%, 25%, 25%, and 20%. Now we will discuss about payment history. What is the 30%? In order to maintain the high score, to be prompt with the monthly credit card bill payments as well as bank EMIs of very low. If delaying payments are defaulting on EMIs, it will hamper your score. The payment history. Dot payment, if at all dot payment, dot the due date not paid, then automatically your scoring will decrease. Irregular payment behavior also affects the score. This month on after 10 days due date, after that 15 days due date, after that 5 days due, like that it will the irregular payment. Payment history. The recent CIBIL analysis reported by the Financial Express revealed that 30 days, that is a special mentioned account 0 or 1 or 2 delinquency can reduce the 100 points. Once you are differ from the due date to the 30 days, 100 points will gone. Your score will reduce. So that's why payment to be made on due date, dot time. Otherwise, your history, payment history will spoil. Credit exposure 25%. What are the areas to be looked into while determining the credit exposure 25? The credit utilization ratio or credit exposure. Having loan or multiple credit cards does not negatively impact on CIBIL score. However, credit utilization ratio is high, it will bring that down. Suppose 100 rupees loan is given in credit card, 10 lakhs given. If at all you are always using 10 lakhs, your score will down. If at all 10 lakhs limit is there and you are using only the 1 lakh or repayment or 1 lakh or 2 lakhs or like that, because you should not be hungry. If at all you are appears to be hungry in credit, definitely your score will reduce. Ideally, should only spend 30% of the credit either overdraft or cash credit or credit credit. So normally, if at all you are spending your 30% range, then your score will increase. Higher the credit utilization ratio, increases the debt and likely to turn you into a defaulter. That is their behavior. Once you are using the full amount and there is a possibility and a probability of default. Therefore, it is advised to tap on the credit expenses, make sure not a maximum out limit. It is upper cap in case of sudden exigencies. I have to use that. Suppose a medical expenditure is there. If at all medical expenditure once in a way 2 or 3 years, that's why some of the people while taking the credit card for exigencies, contingencies, if at all it is there, not daily, they should not use the 10 lakhs, 10 lakhs. They should use only 1 lakh or 2 lakhs and repay that one. And if at all they are using the total amount, definitely they are hungry in credit and definitely there are possibility of a default will be there and definitely some problem will be there. Credit type and duration, that is also another factor. Credit duration and type also another, this one 25%. Credit type and duration. The age of the credit history is the number of years that have passed since the opened of the first credit account. CIBIL consider average number of years for which holding the credit account. Having good balance scored car or home loan, well unsecured credit card helps boost the score. So here, having good balance scored, secured car loans as well as unsecured credit card loans helps the boost the score. If at all your long history is long history repayment is good, definitely your score will increase. When a healthy credit mix, it suggests a good experience in handling different types of accounts. A long credit history with a good repayment behavior makes a low risk borrower. Definitely, long history is there. That's why bankers are also long history, they will take into consideration and they will give loans by waiver of the collateral security also. Not for all. It is better to start bringing the credit history at the earliest stage. It helps later at the time when the planning to buy our house or car. So that's why long history and long history repayment, good repayment always increase your score. Other factors. What are the other factors? 20%. 20% is earmarked for other factors. The credit inquiry is another factor that consider while calculating the score. Every time apply for a loan, credit card lender will check the credit report. This is the hard inquiry. This is called hard inquiry. So they are not believing you. They are always verifying your report. Then only they will proceed. This is called hard inquiry. If make multiple credit requests within a short span, your score will be down. Therefore, it is advised spread credit application throughout the year instead of making them all at once. You spread the inquiries. Or you approach a state bank, you are approached Union Bank, you approached the Canara Bank, you approached the Kotak Mahindra, you are approached the ICICI Bank. If all are within 1 month, for every inquiry, your score will down. Choose the bank, approach the bank, right bank, and deal with the bank, not multiple banks. Calculation of CIBIL scores. How to calculate? The CIBIL score is a numeric summary of the credit history that is calculated based on the track record of the past payments, previous settlements, loan proportion to income, secured loan or unsecured loan credit card, and loan equities. all these things are taken into consideration. Track a history record of fast payments. Consistently making the payment one time leads to high score. Delayed payments lead to the lower score. Recent delayed payment make more negative impact. More negative impact. Previous settlements, defaults write-off. Recent write-off impacts negatively than older ones. Multiple write-off leads to lower score. Write-off documented lender on previous date low score, and delays or defaults on secured loan repayment impact more negatively than unsecured loans. So delays or default on secured repayment impact more on negatively than unsecured loans. So all these things are to be taken into consideration. And loans as a proportion of income, because income is also to be mentioned. Low loan balance indicate the health credit usage and higher score, and high loan balance reduces the score. So whatever the percentage, income versus your loans or loan versus your income, the percentage. If at all 10% is there, good score. Or 90% is there, then automatically your score will reduce. Secured loan, unsecured loan, high credit card balances, low score because it is unsecured. Relevance on unsecured credit cards or over secured loans viewed negatively. Lesser number of such accounts coupled with a frequent payment history push up the score. Loan equities. Many loan inquiries aware the loan indicative the credit hungry behavior and it negatively impacts on the score. This is how the parameters are defined and accordingly your score will be designed. Now, the real topic, today's topic is rectification of errors. Rectification of errors. That is today's, because here to know the rectification of errors in CIBIL report, we should know how many companies are there, what are the companies, what type of ratings they are giving, and whether the Reserve Bank of India accepted the rating or not. If you read the report, how many sections are there, in each and every section, what type of the keywords or the abbreviations that are using. After that, how the score will be arrived, and within the score also, what are the sub parameters. Now, today's the real topic, the interested topic is on rectification of errors in CIBIL, the process. This is important. Today, some of the people they're deprived. Some of the people are honestly paying and still the CIBIL score is bad. They are deprived of the loan. Whenever I am going by Ola or Uber, most of the directors, the drivers, whenever I am interacting with them in the local language, sir, you are from bankers because last month, the last 3 months I have they not paid the installment of the loan. What will happen? Some of the people they already paid, but still it is reflecting in the CIBIL. That's why the non-banking finance companies, Cholamandalam or other companies, IndusInd Bank, they are not giving. Sir, they told, sir, how to rectify that one, sir? Because I have paid, sir, that every month deductions are also there in my savings bank account, sir. Or I have taken the closed certificate, account closed certificate from the bank, sir. If it anybody knows, I will ready to pay 10,000 rupees like that. The people ready to pay, but some of the mistakes, because they all are online only, are different people who have to interact and complete the task. That type of a process they may not aware, because if at all they are focusing complete one day on this credit information report, then automatically their livelihood will be affected. But at the same time, if the score is not rectified, then the livelihood will also be affected because they are not getting the loans in time for genuine borrowers. That's why the rectification of errors. But honestly speaking, some other people, they are habituated in this area, or they are started that consultancy service in this area, and they are getting suitable income. And whoever is there, your clients, if at all they are facing the problem of the CIBIL scores, and it is a genuine and close, still reflecting, or any other remarks are there, and if at all you interact with the borrower, then it is very easy to redressal that one for genuine cases underlying. Recently, that is 26th October 2023, the Reserve Bank of India issued one circular. 26 October 2023, the framework of compensation to customers for delayed updation, rectification of credit information. They have issued the circular to all the CIC, credit information companies. If at all you have not redressed their complaints, you will be penalized per day. Per day, this much compensation to be paid. At the same time, they have on the same day they have issued one more circular, October 26, 2023. Strengthen the customer service rendering by the credit information and credit institution. Why are silent? Why are closed your ears? Once the customer is having the problem with regard to his credit information report, why you are silent and why you are simply, it is not our job. Whatever the problems are there, if at all either bank or non-banking financial company or the credit information companies, if they are not resolved, it is punishable. It is a penalty will be imposed by the Reserve Bank of, that is clearly they have spelled out. Not only that one, now the credit information companies, if at all they are doing, they are not responding the customer grievances, then the banking ombudsman, the penalty will also be imposed on the credit information companies. This type of a stringent guidelines that was issued October 26, 2023 by the Reserve Bank of India. So these two circulars, after these two circulars, and in every bank they have created one cell. The cell particulars are to be revealed to the public, who is a nodal officer to rectify the CIBIL. Once that type of a system is there, then automatically some people will be winning. These two are the important circulars. After that, now, in exercise of powers conferred and subsection 1, section 11 of the Credit Information Companies Regulation Act 2005, CICRA 2005, the Reserve Bank of India is having power to direct the credit information companies and the credit institutions, means banks, to implement the compensation framework. Okay, customers are facing problem. CACs are not listening, only call center. Second one is the customer is unable to whom they have to escalate that issue. The hierarchy of the issue, particularly issue, if at all it is not resolved by lower people, to whom I have to approach. All these things they mentioned in that particular section. For a delayed updation, rectification of the credit information by CIs, credit information, and the CICs, the credit institutions like banks, NBFCs, and the CIC, that the credit information companies. That is to be resolved. Now, banks are alert, NBFCs are alert, and 4 companies of the credit information companies are alert. Employee shall be entitled compensation per 100 per calendar day for each day in case the complaint is not resolved within 30 days. Whether it is a yes or no, if no, what is the reason, that is to be mentioned, that is to be informed to the customer within 30 days. If 30 days is not they replied, every day 100 rupees, the bank and the CIC, Credit Information Company. Even though that is a peanut, that is a small amount, but from the banker's point of view, it is an image risk. And if at all you are approached the insurance ombudsman, penalty may be in the lakhs also. Because on account of non-updation of the CIBIL report, what humiliation, what type of problems you have faced, all these things are to be, they will go through and accordingly they will impose the penalty. Calendar date of initial filing of the complaint by the complainant with credit information or CS. If at all your problem is there, your problem first you have to inform us, they inform to the credit information. They have to take up with the CAC. Or if at all you have to take up the CAC, the CAC will take up the matter with your bank. Both sides, either through CIC side or CI side. If at all you are approaching the bank is obligatory on the part of the bank to resolve the issue, and they have to interact with the CIC and resolve the issue and communicate to the person. If at all you are interacted with the CIC, they have to communicate the same to the commercial bank and they have to settle your case. Both sides. Section 21, subsection 3 of the Credit Information Regulation Act. The complaint that a complaint may request either CIC or CIA. You are at liberty to contact either CIC or CA to update the credit information by making an appropriate correction. Boss, this is a problem. For the last so many days, I am asking, nobody is intervening. Addition or otherwise, on such a request, CA or CIC shall take steps, update the credit information within 30 days after being requested so. If at all you made a request to your banker, sir, my CIBIL report is wrong. Whatever the loan I have taken from you, I have repaid. But still that is showing as a non-performing asset. Thereby my the scoring is reduced. Or you can directly ask the credit information companies like CIBIL or Equifax or Highmark, CRIF Highmark. Definitely they have to take up the bank. Both sides that leverage is there. This is a good system. Rule 23C of the CAC rules provides CA, that is a credit institution, that is a bank, shall forward the corrected particulars of the credit information to CIC or complaint with the period of 21 days. For banks, total 30 days. Out of 30 days, the banks can take only 21 days. The credit information only 99 days. Total 39 days. 30 days should not exceed. From the date of CIC informed of the inaccuracy of the credit information. Once you have given the information to your banker, the maximum time that to be taken by the bankers to rectify the same is 21 days. After that, they have to inform to the CIC. CIC has to reply directly to the customer as well as to the banker within 9 days. The combined reading of the section 221 subsection 3 of CIC RA 2005 and rule 23 of the credit information rules provide CA and CAC collectively overall limit of 30 days. But whether you are taking 21 or less, both put together, I am giving 9 days for him, 21 days to him to resolve or dispose of the complaint. In effect, this would mean CA would get only 21 days and CAC would effectively get a remainder 9 days. Complete the resolution of the complaint. Your complaint should be resolved within 30 days. Calendar days, not working days. Not working days. A CA shall pay compensation to the complaint. If the CA has failed to send the updated credit information to the CACs by making an appropriate correction or otherwise within 21 days of being informed by the complaint or CAC, bank has to pay. Next, a CAC shall pay credit information company compensation to the complaint if the CAC has failed to resolve the complaint within 30 days of being informed by the complaint, despite the CA has furnished updated credit information to the CAC credit information within 21 days. Even though the complaint is made to credit information company and they take up the matter with the bankers are resolved the matter within 21 days, but CA, the credit information companies, they have not informed the customer. Penalty being informed to the CAC. The complaint shall advise the CA or CAC action taken on the complaint in all cases, including cases where complaint has been rejected. Whether it is a genuine or not genuine, they have to inform. They have to inform what is the reason for not updating your report. In case of rejection, the reasons of the rejection shall be provided by CA, credit institution, and CAC, credit information companies to the complainant. That is the beauty of the present, particularly the beauty of this one. So that's why today the important report, that is a CI or report, is important for every individual. If at all they are not read, they address that particular report, then in future they may not get that amount. Whatever the loans they are going to avail from the banks, they are deprived of that one. Where the grievance complaints involves inaccurate credit information provided by more than one CA, the complaint shall be registered by the complaint with the concerned CAs. So here you need not worry. Suppose you have taken from Union Bank of India, State Bank of India, Canara Bank and Bank of India. The 4 banks, your report is not updated. If you take up the matter with a credit information company, they will take up the matter with all the banks. You need not worry. So where the grievance complaint involves inaccurate credit information provided more than one CA credit information, credit institution, the complaint shall be registered complaint with consent CAC. The CAC shall coordinate. That is the beauty of this redressal mechanism system defined or designed by the Reserve Bank of India. The CAC shall coordinate with all CACs. That is not your job. Your job is made a complaint to CAC. If 10 banks are there, that is the responsibility of the CAC to take up the matter with 10 banks, and within 30 days they have to give the reply or retest the credit information report. Furnish a complaint and a comprehensive resolution grievance. It is a comprehensive resolution grievance. So that's why today The credit offtake is there on account of a CA reports also, the credit information reports. Once the credit information, so many credit information reports, because I am also verifying some of the people, wrong. Once a garbage gig out, garbage in, garbage out. Whatever the wrong information provided by the bank, wrong results. Even in my case, at the time of retirement, 10 loans are outstanding. 10 loans. Then I astonish. At the time of retirement, definitely, if at all any loans are there, I have to repay and then only the retirement letter will give. Or they will deduct that balances, loan balances from the terminal benefits, either provident fund or gratuity. Then I astonish. Immediately I go to the nodal officer and the 10 accounts, account numbers I have taken the account statement from the bank, all are closed. Take round stamp, signature of the branch manager, and scanned the PDF and sent to the CIBIL on within 15 minutes. Believe it or not, within 15 minutes, all are closed and revised CIBIL report, and the rating is also. Being a banker, that too I know the process, so that's why escalated issue to the appropriate person. Being a common man, how many people will escalate the issue? That's why the Reserve Bank of India designed the complaint redressal mechanism for CAC. Where the complaint has been received or registered by a CIC, credit information companies, there has been a delay in the resolution of the complaint. The CAC shall inform the concerned CAC. They have to make the follow, not by you. You have informed 10 banks, they have shown still my account is closed, still they are showing a non-performing asset or balance is there. The 10 banks to be followed up by the CAC only, not by the complainant. And the complaint of the final resolution regarding the total delay calendar and the amount to be paid to CAC and or CAC. Whoever is responsible. 21 days year marked to the CI, 9 days year marked for the CAC, they have to pay the amount. If at all they runs to 3 months or 4 months, that much amount they have to pay. Not only that one, you are eligible to file a case in banking ombudsman. If based on your gravity of the problem, definitely they will award suitable compensation. When the complaint has been received and registered by a CI, there has been delay in resolution of the complaint. The CA shall be informed to the concerned CACs and a complaint after the final resolution regarding the total delay calendar and the amount of compensation to pay. Today, while you give your complaint to the CAs also or CAC also, your account number, savings bank account number, all are to be mentioned. Then automatically the amount to be credited to your account. For the amount you need not ask. At the time of filing the complaint, along with that, you have to give your savings bank account for the whatever the compensation they are going to pay. All particulars to be mentioned. The date of resolution grievance shall be the date when the rectified the credit information. Resolution means the date of rectification. Date of complaint to date of rectification. After deducting 30, remaining amount they have to pay to you. And the postal letters, you have to give the postal address. They will send one hard copy, printed copy of the revised credit information report. And the second one is they will send the PDF file to your email also. The revised CIC report, the credit information report. The CICs and the CICs shall make appropriate provision in their complaint submission format both online and offline. Or if at all online compensation, how to pay, offline, how to pay, draft. For enabling the complaint to submit the contact details like email, bank account details, unified interface UPI for crediting the compensation. At the time of complaint only, these particulars are also to be provided. The onus of providing accurate details will lie with the complaint. If at all you are giving wrong information, they are not responsible. Whatever the information that is required to resolve your issue, if it is wrong, then don't expect the compensation. While giving the complaint, it should be utmost care and accuracy. The onus of the providing accurate details will lie with the complaint, and CI and CAs will not be responsible for incorrect information provided by the complaint. The compensation amount shall be credited to the bank account within 5 working days of the resolution of the complaint. Once it is settled, when the 5 working days delay is happened and is settled, after that within 5 days, whatever the gap is there, that gap amount they have to pay. The complaint can approach. This is only one way. If at all the problem is serious, on account of this one, you are unable to get the loan, either education loan or a housing loan or any other, if adequate proof is there, you can file an application with the banking ombudsman, RBI ombudsman, under Reserve Bank of India Integrated Ombudsman 2021 in wrong denial of the compensation to CACs. Compensation work to be implemented within 6 months. They have given clear-cut information. How to initiate the dispute? Now, the procedure. Okay, whatever the compensation, 30 days or 21 or 9 days, RBI ombudsman, all these things, that is a different agenda. But my problem is there. My problem, how to ventilate, how to give that complaint to the concerned CI or CACs. Step 1, if an individual account in CIBIL, log into the CIBIL dashboard. You are having the facility online also. Or if the individual have received that you can create an account in CIBIL, and through online, they will immediately pay attention. Or if an individual received a copy of the CIBIL report from one of the partners of CIBIL, if you received any CIBIL report from the bankers or any financial individual, sign up free annual credit report. Sign up for a free annual credit report. So one is to open an account with the CIBIL, that is a little bit amount to be paid, small amount within hundreds only. And if at all your CIBIL report is given by the banker, you need not to pay anything. You can sign up a free annual credit report. That another menu is there. Step 2, before initiating dispute, log and refresh a CIBIL score report. Once you enter into your account or the free, particularly the sign up the free annual credit report, first refresh a CIBIL score and report. Refresh button you click it. To ensure that individual referring latest updated report to reduce the whatever in pipeline, whatever the corrections are made, all are rectified, then correct report, the real-time report will generate. Complete the dispute request form. It is easy, only 10 points are there. Individual can raise multiple dispute requests at a time. that option facility is also there in online. You wait for bank financial institution. 30 days you have to wait. After that, you again open from time to time. If you open your account, what is the current status is also available. Reset assured CIBIL diligently follow. Rest assured, once you have put your request, rest assured they will follow. Even 10 banks, they will follow, not your botherish. Reporting the lenders, how typically processing time may take 10 days. Complaint should be mentioned the following information. What are the information that is required in the particular online? Your name, your PAN card number, your Aadhaar card number, your loan account number, name of the bank, address of the bank branch code, and no due certificate given at the time of closure. Once you have closed your account, normally they will give account statement or no due certificate. If at all they have not taken, you send one email to the bank, they will send the no due certificate also, or loan closure account statement also. Account statement at the time of the closure. This is the basic information to raise your complaint. And if you see the flow chart, first refresh your CIBIL score. Whenever you are entering into your this one, particularly account, refresh. Online dispute can be only be made on the same day refresh report. Found error. In case any error stipulated after refresh, then file a dispute. And the file submit the online form. Online dispute can only be made on the same day and a refresh report. And particularly undisputed matters, if at all it is there, they will particularly the investigation, the CAC will start with the particular bank. And once a bank is accepted the mistake, then they remove the whatever the mistakes are there in the report, and within 30 days they will inform. If the particulars are correct, then bank rejected that one, that also they will inform to the concerned complaint. Alternatively, I am not techno savvy. I don't know how to refresh or all these things. TransUnion, like Equifax or CRIF, Highmark, the company addresses are there. You write a letter. You write a letter by attaching the particular CIBIL report. What is the mistake? TransUnion CIBIL remit, One World Center, Tower 2, 9th Senapati Bhapat Mark, Elphinstone Stone Road, Mumbai. If you write a letter, hard copy, and post them, that is also helps a lot to redress your mistake, the complaint. Not only that one, if you go to that helpline number, for every CAC, Customer Information Company, the full particulars are available. Timings are also 10 to 6. Principal node officer, the name is also given. Address also given. His nodal officer email is also given. You directly write a letter. Email through either online or offline or email. All three or through customer helpline is also there. All these things are there. RBI notification paves the way for specified users. Definitely, this resolution process is a best process, and now all banks, they have started nodal officer for credit information reports. Their email address, their contact number are available in their domain, web domain. And if at all it is not available, you can write to their customer service. Definitely they will provide. Even particularly in State Bank of India, every state, particularly wherever the local head office is there, particularly Telangana or Amravati for Andhra Pradesh or Chennai or Kerala or Karnataka, Bangalore or different states, local head offices are there. In the local head office, one nodal officers are earmarked for create information reports. And if you directly approach or send this one, immediately they will resolve. But in case of other banks, the nodal officers are located at their head office. So this is in brief about what I am going to tell, particularly how to rectify the CIBIL. Actually, the purpose of this webinar is it is an opportunity and genuine cases. Definitely, they are unable to complete that particular, rectify their reports, and you have to give the support. Thereby, it is gives good results both of you. You will get a reasonable professional fees, and that person also happy by resolving their problems with regard to create information report. But the create information reports are the important one. Even those who are not going to get the and are not applied for any loan, even still mistakes are there. At the earliest, whatever the methodology, whatever the steps I have mentioned, go through that one, and accordingly the problem will be resolved. And in the coming days, not thinking about the security and all these things. The CIBIL report only play a vital role to get a loan from the Indian banking system. This is in brief about this one. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. Thank you very much for patience listening for the last 1 hour 40 minutes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. So, for such a vivid presentation. So, we have some questions, sir. Is it possible for individuals who lend money can be member of the CIBIL to update the loan provided by them? Is it available for firms which is in finance services?
Yes, so that is available now. If at all any individual, they can raise their disputes to the CIBIL either through email or they can write a letter. Whatever the address I have given, that address is sufficient.
Kindly guide about when a person becomes a guarantor for some other person, then whether it will affect the CIBIL score of the guarantor due to irregular payment by such other person.
Actually, once you have given guarantee, you are also held responsible. Once the principal borrower is not paid, that burden passes on to you also. So once the borrower is failed, then the bank is having a right to recover the amount from you. If at all you are not paid, definitely it will be reflected in your report also.
Should we write to the bank from where the CIBIL score is downloaded, which is considered to be incorrect, or we have to write to CICs?
Both options are there. If at all you write to CAC, they will take up the bank. If at all you write a bank, they will take up with the CAC. Either this side or that side, any side you can approach. Any side you can approach.
Okay, sir. Can a customer get the error rectified for 20 years plus transactions?
What, madam?
Can a customer get the error rectified for 20 years plus transactions?
20 years plus, whether it is reflecting in CIBIL? If at all, whatever the information reflecting in the CIBIL, that can be rectified. That can be rectified, whether it is a 5 years or 10 years or 20 years. But here, the CIBIL was started in 2000 only. So far, 23 years completed. So 20 years back means if at all any mistake is there in the report, at any time it is possible to rectify the same. But they have to get the letter from the bank. that the account is closed or not.
If the complainant complains only to call center regarding the error, is it considered to be a complaint to CI or
Yeah, no,
CI6?
actually to get the updates, no, that is not to be considered as a complaint trace. But to get the updated information about his complaint, or if at all he is not aware of the process, they will guide. If at all they want any email address, then they will provide all these things. It is not to be treated as a complaint.
It is observed the scores of Equinox and Hyperion are different. Which one is to be considered? Could you please tell us?
Out of four, all are recognized by the Reserve Bank of India. Some banks they are accepting CIBIL, some banks CRIF High Court they are Experia, they are accepting. That is, four are there in India, four are acceptable. It depends upon the bank to bank also.
How old record is referred to by CIC for calculating the score?
Record means particularly I told about the loan record. Loan record means once 2000 onwards the CIBIL is there. 2000 onwards, whatever the loans are taken by the individuals that are displayed or reflected in the CIBIL report. Before that, it is not possible.
Okay. If I want rupees 5 lakh loan, is it advisable to take from single source or spread it?
If at all, I want 5 lakhs
If I
loan.
want rupees 5 lakhs loan, yes.
Oh, what? Even 10,000 also, they will verify the CIBIL. Even gold loans also, they are verifying the CIBIL report. Amount is not the criteria. Amount is not the guy. Whether he is a defaulter to any bank or not. Once he is a defaulter for any bank, even 1,000, not even 1,000, even 1 rupee also they don't give.
Okay. So, thank you so much, sir. So, we will upload your presentation in our portal also. So, thank you so much, sir. So, now I would request CMA Dibendu Roy, sir, Additional Director, HOT and Secretary of the BFSI Board of the Institute for the vote of thanks. Sir, please.
Thank you, Indrakshi, and good evening to all. Today we had the privilege to host the very relevant and useful webinar titled How to Rectify CIBIL Scores, and we are thankful to CMA Dr. P. Sivarama Prasad, who is the former AGM of State Bank of India and think tank of our BFSI board and department. I am thankful to CMA Ashwinji Dalwadi sir, who is the president of the institute, and CMA VB Nayak sir, who is the vice president, and also other BFSI board members, including our chairman, CMA Chittaranjan Chattopadhyay, for their continuous support to the BFSI board. I thank the BFSI department officials like Aditi, Indrakshi, Shantanu for their continuous support. I am also thankful to our IT department, CEP department for their support to complete today's event. Tomorrow we are having our first physical event in the current council started from July 2023, and I request all the participants to join the event. And over to Indrakshi. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. So, thank you so much, Sivarama Prasad, sir, for such an useful presentation. And it was such an elaborate presentation. Thank you so much. And thanks to our BFSI board team. Thanks to our IT team. Thanks to all the participants. So, thank you so much. So, we are closing the program for today. Thank you so much. Bye. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am.